Welcome back to Northern Perspective, everyone. I'm Cypher.
And I'm Fox. We would really like to thank Cody L., Tony F., Glenn, Lyle O., Construction Cronies, and an anonymous donor for all their generous donations. It means more than usual because today's the day the channel reached our milestone of 4,000 subscribers. Sorry guys if this sounds corny, but we really are humbled by the thousands of people that tune in to get our take on what's going on in this country, which is why we do put so much effort into our videos. I really hope you guys are able to see that. If you're going to take the time to watch it, we want to make sure that we're taking the time to get it right. That's why we double check our facts, and we want to make sure that you guys are getting the truth. And, our opinion too, but mostly the truth. So again, we want to say thank you to everyone. If you would also like to support the channel, you can give us a super thanks by clicking the button below the video, or you can buy us a coffee by clicking the link in the comments. Now, before we get started, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Because lately, some of them have been getting censored, and the only way that people are seeing them is when they get that notification.
We can always tell when we're being censored for the content in our videos because they aren't shown to viewers outside of our current subscribers. We suspect our previous video regarding Bill C311 wasn't able to reach a wider audience because the algorithm didn't like certain words we were using to describe the arguments presented to argue against the bill. So we're going to try this again.
This time we're going to try to give you just the bare facts about the bill and the argument against it. And hopefully without me crying this time.
Let's take a look.
The Violence Against Pregnant Women Act is simple. It will amend the criminal code to ensure that the act of knowingly assaulting a pregnant woman and causing physical or emotional harm to a pregnant woman are factored in as aggravating circumstances for sentencing purposes.
It really is that basic, folks. The bill itself is only a few sentences long. The bill aims to have the criminal code amended by adding the following after subparagraph 2(1). But what does this section of the criminal code look like currently?
Notice the title at the top of the page. Other sentencing principles. These are essentially guidelines for things a judge would take into consideration when handing down a sentence to someone who has been convicted of a crime in a court of law. Bill C311 requests that the new amendment be placed here. So that would mean that the criminal code with this amendment becomes the following. So this means that if a person is convicted of committing a crime against a pregnant woman, then the judge should take this into account when the convicted person is sentenced. They would likely get a harsher sentence than they would have if the victim was not pregnant. In our criminal justice system, crimes have minimum and maximum sentences, and a judge will hand down a sentence for a crime that is within this range. This section of the criminal code instructs the judge on what is to be considered an aggravating factor or something that should extend the sentence towards the maximum allowed under the law.
If you notice, there are already sections within this code that suggest aggravating factors such as the age of the victim, whether the attack was motivated by bias, prejudice, or hate based on race, language, religion, sex, etc., whether it was domestic abuse, and other things. But there's currently nothing in the criminal code that recognizes violence against pregnant women as an aggravating factor for sentencing, which is the entire purpose of Bill C311, to push harsher sentences on convicted persons who committed a crime against a pregnant woman. Bill C311 is an amendment to the criminal code in regards to sentencing, not a new or amended criminal offense. So why are the Liberals so against it? The Liberals are currently claiming that Bill C311 will take away a woman's right to choose. They say that adding Bill C311 to the criminal code will open the door to other discussions about a woman's reproductive rights. As we showed yesterday, this is absolutely not what would happen, even if the Conservatives really did want to, which they don't, as many of them support women's reproductive rights, and they say so to the media all the time. Conservative Canadians are vastly different from American Republicans when it comes to a range of political views, but this one especially. If you would like to see the full video that we dropped yesterday, you can find the link in the comments. Only 3% of Canadians believe that women should not have the right to choice, which means that it is an open and shut case here.
The Liberals, although infuriatingly corrupt, are also not uninformed or stupid. They have the same data and know damn well that the Conservatives would be morons to open that discussion up again. Plain and simple, Pierre and the Conservatives have been absolutely destroying Justin and the Liberals over the last 3 months because of the relentless attacks about foreign interference, the cost of living, and all of the other reasons the Liberals are destroying this country. So, the Liberals have no choice but to invent a controversy and then sell it to Canadians, hoping they will buy it. The trouble is, they have been caught in so many lies, I doubt that the average Canadian will be that stupid, and the polls reflect that. Take a look at this Nanos poll that was dropped today. Pierre has been steadily siphoning support away from the Liberals, and if an election were held today, he would be Prime Minister Pierre Poilievre. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think?